4 years. That's how long the tennis world had to wait to watch Serena Williams walk onto a Grand Slam court as a singles competitor again. And when she finally stepped onto center court at Wimbledon 2026, something happened that no one in that stadium expected. The loudest ovation of the entire tournament wasn't for top seed or title favorite. It was for a 44-year-old mother of two who simply refused to let her story end quietly. The crowd rose the second she walked through the gates. Phones came up. Commentators paused mid-sentence, searching for the right words to describe what they were watching. This wasn't just a first-round match. This was history, walking back through the doors of the All England Club, and everyone inside knew it. Standing on the other side of the net was Maya Joint, a 20-year-old Australian who had grown up watching Serena dominate the sport before she ever picked up a racket herself. On paper, it looked lopsided, a farewell tour dressed up as competition. But what unfolded over the next 2 hours told a completely different story. Joint came out fast, breaking serve early and snatching the first set. For a moment, it looked like the comeback might end quickly and without much drama. But Serena Williams has never been the type to leave without a fight. In the second set, facing a match point that would have finished her run in straight sets, she found something. Whatever it is that 7 Wimbledon titles and 23 Grand Slams build inside a competitor, she reached for it in that exact moment, saving the point and dragging the set into a tiebreak. Then came the moment that will be replayed for years. Down but not out, Williams unleashed a serve clocked at 122 miles per hour, forcing an error and swinging the tiebreak her way. The stadium exploded. She carried that momentum straight into the third set, breaking Joint serve early to grab a 2-1 lead. For a few electric minutes, the impossible felt possible. Was this really happening? Was a 44-year-old former champion about to knock out a rising star half her age in advance into round 2? Joint had other plans. She steadied herself, dug into her own reserves, and reeled off the game she needed to close it out, sealing a 6-3, 6-7, 6-3 win. When the final ball landed, center court did something rare in tennis. It applauded the winner and the loser with equal force. Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. After a match with this much weight behind it, everyone expected Serena to sit down for her post-match press conference and answer the questions that mattered most. Was this the beginning of a longer run? Was retirement officially back on the table? Instead, word spread through the media center that she had withdrawn from her scheduled appearance entirely. No podium, no microphones, no follow-up questions. But the story didn't stop there, and this is the part that changed everything. Just days after that gutsy 3-set battle, Serena Williams was forced to withdraw from the Wimbledon doubles draw as well, a match that would have reunited her on court with her sister Venus for the first time in years. The reason was a knee injury serious enough that fluid had to be drained after the singles loss. What was supposed to be a joyful sisters reunion, one final image of the two of them together on a Grand Slam court, was over before it even began. Instead of standing in front of reporters to explain any of it, Williams let a short written statement speak for her. She said she never expected to find herself back at Wimbledon at all, that simply stepping onto that court again felt amazing, and that she had missed the feeling more than words could capture. Warm, grateful, and completely silent on the one question everyone actually wanted answered: what comes next? On the other side of the net, the emotional weight of the moment showed itself in a completely different way. Maya Joint didn't celebrate like someone who had just won a routine opening round match. In her on-court interview, she admitted she barely slept the night before, staying up until 2 in the morning simply thinking about what she was about to face. She said her legs weren't cooperating when she walked out, that nerves made her forget parts of her own warm-up. This wasn't just another opponent for her. It was a legend she had idolized long before she ever held a racket, and beating an idol carries a different kind of weight than beating a stranger. The ripple effects went beyond the court itself. Serena's return became the most-watched Wimbledon broadcast in ESPN history, and even tennis legends took notice, with Chris Evert publicly pointing out that Joint deserved far more credit for the win than she was getting, given who she had just beaten and the stage she'd beaten her on. So where does this leave things? Serena Williams walked away from Wimbledon 2026 with a first-round singles loss, a cancelled doubles reunion with her sister, and an injury that forced her hand. But she also left behind something no scoreline can capture: A center-court crowd on its feet, a three-set battle that had the entire sport holding its breath, and a silence afterward that is generating more conversation than a win ever could. Was this a farewell, one last dance with the sport that made her a global icon? Or was it a signal, proof that her body and her competitive fire can still hold up on the biggest stages, injury and all? By choosing silence over press conference, Serena Williams left that question hanging over the All England club. And that silence might end up being the loudest statement of the entire tournament. For now, one thing is certain. Whatever she decides next, the tennis world will be watching every single move, because these 2 hours prove that counting her out is still, even now, a dangerous bet to make.